Hello everybody and welcome to Voice of Fire Tarot. This will be your weekly reading for today, Sunday, November the 5th, up until Saturday, November the 11th, 2023. There will be 3 groups to choose from. So if you select group 1, it will be the Spirit Quartz. For group 2, it will be the Auralite. And for group 3, it will be the Peacock Ore. So as usual, take your time, use your intuition and pause the video to select which group or groups resonate with you the most. If anything doesn't resonate with you, as it's a general reading, just leave that, the bit that doesn't resonate, okay? If you do wish to have a more personal reading, then you can do so as well by following the link below. Okay, so I look forward to seeing about your reading and goodbye. Hello Group 1 and welcome to your reading for the week of Sunday, November the 5th to Saturday, November the 11th, 2023. And you chose a lovely Spirit Quartz. So let's have a look. And when I'm connecting to your energies, Group 1, I do feel that there's a lot of clearing happening this week, but I just see some what looks like odds and ends, little things that need to be cleared up first. Okay, so let's have a little look. So Spirit, for people in Group 1 who chose the Spirit Quartz, what is in store for them this week? Sunday the 5th of November to Saturday the 11th of November 2023, please. Let's have a little look. What Spirit has to say for you, Group 1. So right, so we have the Page of Swords on the bottom. It looks like he's actually clearing something with the sword. It's almost like he's clearing the sky. Let's see. So we have the Queen of Wands, lovely. The Hermit. And the Two of Wands. So what we have here, I definitely feel a surge in your confidence and a surge in your kind of ability to not put yourself, kind of put yourself out there, but really display yourself. And really, it's like people are noticing your aura as well at the beginning of the week, at least. And with this Hermit energy, what I'm feeling is that this is the parts where you're trying to clear stuff from yourself, but you're analyzing yourself and you're looking at bits where maybe these are things that don't really, that aren't serving you at the moment, that are actually holding you back in your confidence, are holding you back from going forwards. For a lot of you, this could be elements of working with the shadow possibly as well. And when I'm talking about the shadow, I'm talking about, the shadow that we all have, the bits that often we don't want to look at, but sometimes we need to address these things because these are the things that often hold us back from going towards what we want, from going towards portraying or at least really living the best life that we want to live. With the Hermit, I see a lot of self-analysis, sort of self-work, looking at oneself, time for meditation. I feel like a time for reflection is coming through towards the middle of the week as well. Just the need, so, like the Hermit, they like to, the Hermit in terms of segregating yourself from others, but I feel like it's for a short time in the middle of the week. It's like you need some space, just a bit of space from other people to really, kind of self-analyze, see where you are, see, do you need to adjust your plans? Do you need to think of things in a different way? And then by the end of the week, we have the Two of Wands. And again, I sense a sense of power. Like the beginning of the week, there's a sense of self-power, I would say. Power over yourself and power over where you are going. The Two of Wands, he's all to do with, it's a fire card. It's very much a doing card. But with the Two of Wands, he's in the planning phase. He's come after the Ace of Wands. And now he's planning how he can really carry out his actions on the earth plane. As you can see, he's got the earth in his hands and he's really planning before we go into the Three of Wands, which for many of you with the Three of Wands, many of you who know the tarot, the Three of Wands is when he goes out to explore. He goes out of his comfort zone and he goes to explore. Okay, so that's the energy I'm getting for you this week. Sorry, just letting my cat out of the room, my cat Gabriel. Okay, so let's have a little look. I want to know more about the Hermit card, please, Spirit. So for people in group 1, please can I have more information about the Hermit card? What is it that is needing to be addressed this week? I feel like a lot of self-work is going on really around the middle of the week for you, group 1. Okay, and also on the bottom of this deck we have the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is a very stable, swords is air energy, it's mental energy, it's a very stable energy. It's about collecting one's thoughts, having a rest, letting yourselves get energized again mentally, clearing a space for yourself, which I see a lot here. So wow. So what this is doing, what I see here, you've started the week with a lot of energy, a lot of gusto, and it's like, right, I'm going to put myself out there. I'm really looking forward to what I want to do now. Really, I feel like you're on top of your form with your confidence, but there's something that needs to be planned. And what I see here, what this planning will do with the Hermit energy, it will give you a new surge of physical energy and vitality because you have more direction where you're going. This is what I see here. There's a change in direction. Well, probably a change in terms of you feel more clear in where you are going and how you are going to direct your energies. So definitely for a lot of you, I feel of something very creative, even artistic, coming through this week for a lot of you. I feel like new ideas are being birthed because the Ace of Wands is about new ideas as well, new surges of inspiration, new flashes of inspiration. I see it's a very, very bright card, and it's interesting. I talked about the Ace of Wands, and then we have the Two of Wands, which is a planning phase. So it feels like the middle of the week, this is a stage that is very, very much needed for you. That time by yourself just to reflect, just to realign yourself with where you're going. Really, really important. So let's go to this deck, just for a bit more, please, for people in group 1 for this week, please. What's in store for them? Ouija board caution. Interesting. Okay. What I feel with you this week, group 1, is that, as I said before, you started the week really, really confident, which is obviously really good. And there's a lot of force at the beginning of the week. But this caution, I feel, is just sort of a message for you to just take a little step back and think about where you're going, and what you're doing. This will really, really pay off. And this is where the caution comes in as well. And I see a lot of, there's a lot of steps here. We have a lot of stars and things that are lighting up on the table. And even for some of you, it could be asking Spirit for advice as well. Would be really, really important for you. Really, really useful for you. Advice on how to go on as well. So let's see. Let's go to this deck, I think. Breaking barriers. I am expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. Wow, what a powerful energy. And we have the surge of this fire, this light energy bursting through. And it's almost like what I see is this tree after, we are in Scorpio season. This is all about destruction and renewal. This tree almost looks like it's nearly died or it's in the winter phase, but there's new growth coming through. We're breaking barriers, going beyond what you thought was possible. So you started off really, really well, but what they're saying is you can get to even the higher level of that Queen of Wands, that confident energy. And the caution I feel is that it's just saying you need to take a bit of time just to yourself. This is the darkness here, and this is to me is sort of time alone, possibly to work on the shadow. It's interesting that we've got these are quite dark cards. The Hermit, physically looking at it, and obviously the colours of the Ouija board, but out of darkness comes light, which we have the Ace of Wands. And here we have darkness, but light shooting through. And if you look at the darkness here, it's got a purple tinge to it. which means that when you're taking that space, that time to yourself, you're actually connecting to really, really high frequencies. Spirit is really strong. Your crown chakra is opening. Your third eye is really, really strong in the middle of the week. So what happens is a space is opening up for you, a mental space, an energetic space, a new light, new ideas is coming through. But there's a need to go through this period of shadow in order for the light to come through. And the light is where you really, really plan. You're going to break barriers now. You've got a wonderful idea. You've got a set of ideas and you've got new confidence, but now you've planned it and you can go forward in a much more powerful way. It's actually got a direction to go somewhere. So what I want to know now, so Spirit, for people in group 1, please can you give them any further advice, anything they can do, anything they can focus on in order for them to get the best out of what is in store for them this week, please? Okay. With the King of Cups, followed by the Four of Wands, or another fire card, followed by the Two of Pentacles. So I feel a sense of balance coming through. They want you to focus on balance, balancing your emotional energy, how we here with the King of Cups, and your practical energy as well. How you're going to bring this into the physical. This is weighing up things. This is considering things. But at the central energy here is that sense of balance, that sense of harmony, harmonizing energy, giving that time to yourself. So what they're saying here is, with the Four of Wands, there's a balance between you going out and doing it and being really energetic, confident, and showing your best self. But to balance that this week with having that time alone, that time of reflection, it's really, really important that you get the balance right. You can see he's balancing here. So balance is really important for you, because what this will do, with you being more balanced, this will help you to really cope with and deal with the ebbs and flows. So dips, peaks and troughs in the energy that is around you this week, really. As you can see, we have boats going up and down. What's interesting, his hand on this side is going down with the pentacle. As he's doing that, the boat is going up. And on the other side, the opposite's happening. His arm here is up. I think it's his right arm is up with his pentacle. But then the boat is going down. So it's really about dealing with the peaks and troughs, with the ebbs and flows. And the same with the King of Cups. Very, very choppy water. But it's about staying balanced and stable on these waters. And the energy of stability is really, really important for you to focus on. And what's really funny is that you have this in the same position as the Hermit, which is about, really analyzing yourself, having that time away to do that. And it doesn't have to be really, really long time. What they're telling me is that it's essential that you do this at some point in the week. And it seems to be around the middle of the week. So there's a time just to, take stock of things before you move on with the rest of the week, or with the rest of what you're doing, basically. Okay, so I'd like to know more about the Two of Pentacles, please. So I'm going to go to this deck now. So Spirit, please can you give me more information about the Two of Pentacles for people in group 1 who chose the Spirit Quartz? Any advice, actions, anything to focus on for this week, please? Okay, let me check. Is this deck upside down? Yes, it is. Okay, so this should be this way up. So this is the Knight of Swords. So what they're saying is, before you rush into anything, before your thoughts rush into it, just take that time, reflect, and weigh up the pros and cons, and then you'll make the best decision rather than rushing into it head first. There is a need for you to really, really reflect as well. Mixture of action and reflection is really important for you to get the best out of this week as well. So let's have a little look here. So just some oracles, please, for advice for people in group 1. Aura, observation, yes. And there's a stillness to this. But if you notice, in this particular card, there's a stillness. Even though he's still moving forward, this person is still progressing on their journey. But there's a sense of stillness, protecting yourself, having that protective energy. You see this lovely golden aura, and you have the golden aura of the Queen of Wands. Obviously, very yellow, golden. There's power. There's that sense of the solar plexus being really important here. You know, really looking after yourself energetically. Your health is really, really important, as it always is. But I would say your energetic health, all layers are really important. And you can see a really, really strong protective aura here. And also the yellow here, as you can see with the Four of Wands. There's a sense of being stable, of having a strong structure yourself that can withstand any storm, anything that is going on around you. You don't need to be subject to that. You can control yourself within all that storm that's going on around you. No matter what's happening, no matter what people are doing or saying, you are really looking after your own energetic health. That's really, really important for you. And this is why this hermit and this hermit energy is really, really important. So one last final card, please, for people in group 1. One last word of advice. Coming into power. And look at this. Again, we have this golden light around this person. It's unbelievable. I step into my power boldly and confidently. Yes. So again, you're withstanding whatever's going on around you. You are within the golden light. Golden light is a wonderful phenomena in spirituality as well. It's a sense of power, the solar plexus. Also very, very a high frequency light as well. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And what's really strange as well is we got the golden light coming in here, breaking through the darkness and breaking through what could be darkness around her here. So really important. And we have the Ace of Wands. So yes, and all this yellow, really important, really essential for you. So really, it's a time to get the balance right, I think, and this will really put you in good stead for the rest of the time for the rest of the week and after that as well. Okay, so thank you, Group 1. Very, very lovely reading to start. Lovely. Okay, so thank you and goodbye. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your weekly reading for Saturday, November the 5th to Sunday, November the 11th, 2023, and you chose a lovely Auralite crystal. Okay, so what I see first of all with you, Group 2, is I'm getting the image of a spring. So I'm feeling that for some of you, or maybe I think for a lot of you actually, there's a feeling of being pulled back and forth this week. It's just that feeling that you might be experiencing. Okay, so let's see. So Spirit, for people in Group 2 who chose the Auralite crystal, please can you tell me what is in store for them this week? For Sunday, the 5th of November to Saturday, November the 11th, 2023, please. Okay, right, so... So first of all, we have the 8 of Swords, followed by the Ace of Wands, followed by the 6 of Cups. Wow. I feel a sense of the past here. I'm looking at this as 6 of Cups energy. There's something to do with the past, and it's holding you in kind of it's almost like you're in a holding pen or in a holding bay mentally before you go on. I just get a sense of limbo looking at this card, looking at these two cards together with the 8 of Swords. So it's causing kind of a mental limbo before you can move forward. So something really that's pulling you back. Like the spring, you're being pulled back to something, and I feel it's depleting your mental energy at the moment. So something that needs to be dealt with, something that's been seen from the past. So I'd like to know a bit more, please. What I'd like to know, I would like some clarifiers, definitely for these two cards, but also for the Ace of Wands. Because I feel there's a sense of a new beginning. There's a freshness here with the Ace of Wands as well. have a look. This to me is the energy that is being called to from you in order for you to move on from this sense of being pulled back. Spirit wants you to go forward with this Ace of Wands, with this new vitality. Okay, put these back. Yes, and they're really emphasising it. We have the Ace of Wands again on the bottom of the secondary deck. So we have the Knight of Swords, followed by the Nine of Wands. So a sense of you've really come nearly to the end of a cycle that's made you feel quite depleted, quite tired, really. There's a sense that really it's time to rejuvenate, time to move on to something new, something fresh. And here we have 10 of Pentacles. So I feel here, again, the end of a cycle. Something to do with your family, something in the past possibly. This card, 10 of Pentacles, is a very generational card. A lot to do with family issues, things in earth, things that need to be resolved. And this is really coming to a head this week. And what I feel is you're in kind of a mental space. With this Knight of Swords, he's about thinking really, really quickly. But what I'm really seeing here is that he is going backwards. Okay, what happens is you get to a point and then something might annoy you, or something you're thinking about, something to do with possibly your family or relationships in the past, something that's still repeating itself. It's like a karmic repetition going on, and this making you rush back. Your thoughts are rushing back, and this putting you into this kind of Eight of Swords sense of being almost trapped mentally in that holding bay, in that limbo as well. And this is making you feel more tired, more depleted of energy, because you really, really want to move on to a new start here. This is what I'm seeing. This Ace of Wands is a new start. And especially as the Ace of Wands repeated here in the bottom of the deck, it's really important for you to do this. So I just feel something is repeating. I'm getting a sense of like a washing machine on a repeat cycle. Okay. Right, so let's get some oracle cards about this. So Spirit, more information please for people in group 2 who chose the Auralite about what is happening for them this week. Candle illumination. Wow. And we have the Ace of Swords, which is like a candle. It's fire, basically. It's illuminating. So I see here there's something that is possibly illuminating. It's like new information that's coming through to you about whatever it is in your past, some sort of connection. It could be familial, or it could be someone you really, really think of or feel as that they are your family. Basically, there's something there that needs to be illuminated, or that will be illuminated, something that will be brought to light, possibly a new fact, something like that, before you can sort of go on. This illumination will help you to move forward. Okay. Really, to me as well, it's about sometimes with this Knight of Swords and Eight of Swords energy, there can be certain thoughts that keep repeating themselves, certain perceptions, and what Spirit is saying, it's time for you to really, really get clear in your mind, kind of make a decision on what it is really, on what this thought is. Get your thoughts really, really clear, get all the facts, and then this illumination will come through. Okay. And it's almost like this will be resolved, I feel, as well. Because there's a sense of somebody giving a gift. They're giving a gift to somebody. And in your case, I feel it's like something is going to be resolved this particular week, which is going to help resolve this cycle that keeps repeating itself. Okay, right, let's see. Any more information, please, for people in group 2? Starting fresh. Yes, remember I said a fresh start. So a wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. Wonderful. This is absolutely wonderful. And you've got the balance here with the moon and the sun. It's like that yin yang. All that balance is coming to light, really. Things are starting to get established this week. Things are starting to be resolved. And it almost does look like a washing machine, that washing machine cycle. You can see all these things in the washing machine going round and round and round. But it's like things are being cleaned. Things, messy thoughts, really, messy things. They're starting to be cleaned. You're going through, you're going forward and you're starting fresh. A cycle is ending for you. Wow. Okay, now what I want to know, please, Spirit, for people in group 2, what advice do you have for them? Anything they need to focus on about this? Okay. Right. So we have the Hanged Man, followed by the Lovers, followed by the Queen of Wands. Wow, it's a lovely combination of cards. So this Hanged Man, in the context of this reading, this is really about you surrendering. Really, there's things in life that we can't control, and if we try and control them, or we try and keep going back to them, things that have happened in the past, if we keep going back to them, it's just going to delay us and it's going to stop us in our tracks. This Hanged Man, it does on the face of it look like someone who's just stuck in limbo. Remember, I talked about limbo. But what they're saying is use this limbo actually to get really, really clear about things. And with the Hanged Man energy, he's hanging upside down. As I said before in other readings, by hanging upside down, he's seeing things from a different perspective. So it's about you really considering all the possibilities, all the angles as well. And what this will do, this will connect you to a very high frequency. This is almost you being connected to your guardian angel. Your angel is an archangel. There's healing coming through here. This is what I see. For some of you who are in a romantic connection, this should be a really, really good thing. In terms of this will help to bring you together with that with the other person if you are in that sort of situation as well, because it feels like things from the past are repeating themselves and they could actually be kind of acting as a block if you are in some sort of connection with somebody else. But there's a sense of this Hanged Man energy making the most of this limbo so you can see things from different perspectives as well. And what this will do, whether you are in a relationship or not, the main thing is the energy here. The energy is really important. You're getting connected to something really, really high frequency. This is really, really heart-centered rather than just focusing solely on the mind. And then we have the Queen of Wands. So this is about you really trying to be looking deep within yourself for that sense of strength, that sense of confidence that is there, that wants to come through. This is about you focusing on that. And I see here also a lot of self-care. It's really important for you this week as well. Self-care and reflection. Similar to group 1. So some of you who are watching this reading group 2 might also benefit from watching group 1 if that resonates with you, which I feel for some of you it might. Okay, so there's a sense of stopping in your tracks, really, connecting to yourself through the heart, getting a sense of yourself back. I think that's not being held back by all these things that are repeating, and this will help you to really, really increase in confidence as well. And self-power. Okay, so I want to know more about the Lovers card, please, Spirit. So more information about the Lovers card for people in group 2. Oh my God, another major arcana. So we have the Archangel Raphael, which is to do with healing. And then we have the Archangel Michael, which is he's to do with protection, strength as well. Really, really important. This is what will happen for you by being in this energy. Again, we've got 2 angels here, 2 archangels, which is wonderful. And also we have this balance, we have this protection that's coming through. So really important for you. So if you do have a close relationship with an archangel or a guardian angel, it's really important to let them in this week. They're always helping you, but sometimes we need to get out of a particular mental state. That's, again, we have this repeating this washing machine cycle that's happening. They want you to get into a sense of stillness and surrender as well. And this is when the messages and the love and the healing from your angels, from your spirit guides, will really, really come through to you. So that's really important. Okay, let's see, what do the oracle cards have to say? Any advice, please? Psychometry, sensitivity. And what I'm really, really looking at is it's almost like there's a gold ring or something gold, something sparkling, and I'm seeing here, this is really a symbol for the Queen of Wands, which is also gold, something precious about yourself that's not affected by other people, other situations that are happening or repeating themselves from the past as well. Sensitivity as well. You're more sensitive to the, these really high frequencies, very, very fast moving, high frequencies, things that aren't known normally to the human three-dimensional experience. You'll get much more sensitive this week. So that's a really important energy for you to embody as well. And one last card, please. Emerging into grace. Yes, you can see she's almost, she's asleep. She's saying, I've opened my soul to grace. And then what happens is, it's almost like someone's getting re-energized. It almost looks like she's dead, but she's not dead. She's actually asleep. It could be a long sleep, symbolically. It's like you've been asleep for a long time, symbolically, because of all these things that have been repeating themselves. But now is the time for you to move forward into grace, into your own power. And what will happen is you will start to rise after this. Okay, we have here all the waters. What's strange, on the Temperance card, Archangel Michael has his foot in the water as well. She's almost in the water, but this water is connecting you to your intuition, your feelings, your emotions, to balance that with the mental energy as well. And this is what this Hanged Man sort of energy will do for you as well. Wow. And we have the lotus flower here. So I really get a sense your lotus flower is opening. It's like your spirituality is opening, is actually increasing as well. Lovely. Very powerful week for you, Group 2. Thank you for watching. I hope that helped. And all the best, and goodbye. Hello Group 3 and welcome to your reading. You chose the Peacock Ore, and this reading is about your week ahead for Sunday, November the 5th up until Saturday, November the 11th, 2023. Okay, so firstly, Spirit, please can you tell me about people in Group 3 who chose the Peacock Ore? What is in store for them this week? November the 5th, Sunday, November the 5th, up until Saturday the 11th of November 2023, please. What is in store for them? Okay, right, so let's see. Let's have a little look for Group 3. Okay, so yeah, I was seeing quite a lot of darkness and light that was coming through. We have the Hermit here, so I do feel this is very similar actually to Groups 1 and 2 in this respect, in terms of I feel there's a time of reflection. I feel like something is coming to an end and it's a time for reflection this week. This is going to be really, really important for you. Because the Hermit is it's a card about self-analysis, exploring yourself, going deep into oneself before we really go out into the world. That's one of the many meanings of the Hermit. Okay, so let's have a look what we've got. So we have the Two of Cups, followed by the Queen of Wands. Now this is interesting because the Queen of Wands has come up also in Group 1 and 2. So it might be that more than this, maybe either Group 1 or 2 or both also resonate with you. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So interesting that we have two queens. So we have the Queen of Wands and we have the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Wands is about confidence, self-expression, being comfortable about expressing yourself. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is about self-sufficiency, being comfortable, grounding certain things, on the earth plane as well. So I get a real strong sense of independence coming through for you this week, Group 3. And firstly here we have the energy of the Two of Wands. So I feel more than a connection with somebody, I feel like there's a connection within yourself. Possibly your higher self or spirit is coming through for you. And it's definitely a sense of possibly your female and male energies coming together. And I'm seeing this lion here as sort of the power, the strength of spirit as well. And it's interesting with a lion, and we have a cat here as well. Okay, so I want to get some more information about the Two of Cups, please. It's amazing. We have cups with water, fire with the wands, and earth. So these three elements are quite important for you this week, group 3. So Spirit, please can I have more information for the Two of Cups for people in group 3 this week? What is in store for them? And here we have the moon. Wow. Okay. So yes, it's definitely something with a spiritual slant. And I feel it's something to do with your intuition. I feel also that something is hidden from you and that your intuition is the key to you for it to be revealed. And especially when we're talking about the hidden, I do feel a sense for you. There's that time of that hermit energy is really, really important for you. So I do feel this is Cups energy as well. So to do with the water, to do with the emotions. So I feel that there's a need for you to connect to your soul in order for something to be revealed through that illusory aspect of the moon. Something is hidden. Something is possibly something that you fear. Possibly some sort of self-doubt, but it's almost like you need to know why, but you need to go beyond kind of thinking about it. Thinking about it's really, really important. Remember, this is a Virgo card, so self-analysis is very important, but also what came through first was the Two of Cups. So this is to do with your feelings, your emotions. What does your intuition say? So I feel that this is going to be a really, really heightened week of you. It's like your psychic sense is going to be really, really heightened, and this is going to be revealing a lot to you as well. The moon card, lovely. So definitely something to do with your soul, something deep down within your soul, something to do with self-exploration. Something's going to come to light for you. What this will do, you will go through the week and you will feel more confident because of it. You'll be able to express something about you, something about your soul that I feel has been dormant for a long time. And this is now, you feel able to, it's like you've had the information and you're able to express it, an important part of your soul. Express it to others, and it's going to make you feel comfortable and confident. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So it's about you being able to ground something really, really important about yourself on earth. Very interesting energies. So let's have a look at the Oracle cards. So for Spirit, for people in group 3 who chose the Peacock Ore, what's in store for them, please? This came up for, I believe, it might have been group 2. So psychometry, sensitivity. So definitely, this is your internal energies. You are getting more sensitive to high frequency vibrations, things that you wouldn't otherwise kind of know about in your everyday life. You're feeling much more sensitive, much more in tune, I would say, much more in tune with your guides, with spirit. That's really, really coming through. And it's interesting, again, I'm being drawn to the gold color. Well, this gold ring, basically. And we have the gold of the Queen of Wands. So something about yourself, something that you haven't been expressing for a long time, that is essential for you to know about, to come through. For some of you, it could actually be some kind of gift, even a psychic gift, in terms of your ability to connect with other realms. Especially here we have the Moon card, a very, very psychic card. But it's something to do with other realms and possibly your origins as well. I'm getting quite a bit of a witchy feel about this. So for some of you who are developing your psychic powers, it's almost like there's something about your soul, maybe something you had in another incarnation. Maybe you might have been some kind of mystic or oracle or, fortune teller, anything like that, anything in that realms, and you're getting more attuned to it this week. You're really, really feeling your connection. You're much more aware on a very, very deep spiritual level. Wow, this is pretty intense, group 3. Right, so let's have more, please, for group 3 for this week. Wow. And what are we talking about? We're talking about that kind of witchy feel, magical feel as well. And here we have believing in magic. Look at this black hat. Things are being revealed. True magic is abounding in your life. So your belief is really important. But in order for you to believe more, you need to let your intuition open up, your natural psychic skills, your ability to connect on a very, very deep level. And I talked about creativity before. I feel that your imagination and your creativity is the key to really, it's like a feedback loop. The more your imagination, the more you believe and connect to yourself, to connect to your, your higher self, your soul, more will be released. And this is just, we have a key, we have a musical note, we have the moon intuition, we have, we have the the planets here as well. Loads of things coming up. We have animals. This could be animal guides as well, but be really important for you. And also in this, I believe we have the key is really, really prominent. So something is being unlocked, and this is to do with your belief. Okay, and with belief, the stronger it gets, it turns into a knowing as well. It builds power, it builds energy. You are very, very sensitive this week. Wow. Okay. This is wonderful, group 3. So now what I want to know, I'd like some advice, please, Spirit. What can people in group 3 do to really capitalize on what's happening for them this week, this increase in their sensitivity? Any actions that they can take, anything, where should they focus really? Anything they can do. Right, let's see. Okay, 5 of Pentacles. That's interesting. I'm really drawn to this, the light in this church. It's almost like some sort of sanctuary within this church, which will free you from the everyday difficulties, the difficulties in the earthly plane, maybe financially as well. So here we have 4 of Wands. This also come up in, as either reading 1 or 2. And then we have the Lovers also come up in a previous reading. Wow. And the Temperance. And I believe group 2, I believe the Temperance was clarifying the Lovers card. This is intensely powerful. So they really want you to open up. What I'm seeing here is this again, we have the 2 of Cups here. So it's like your subconscious or your unconscious and your conscious mind, your conscious self are joining together in harmony. 4 as well is a number of harmony, stability as well. And what they want you to do, they want you to really focus on, what Spirit wants is you to focus on your connection with your angels. It could be your guardian angels, it could be particular archangels that you have that you kind of resonate with. You feel a kind of a relationship with them. It's really important to really explore that this week, I feel. So we have for the Lovers, we have the Archangel Raphael, and with Temperance we have the Archangel Michael. So very, very powerful archangels, with the 4 directions as well. So we have with the Lovers, again, I feel your subconscious, your unconscious is to do obviously with the Moon card, the things that are hidden from you in the unconscious, which is a very, very feminine energy. And we have 2 feminine cards here. So really connecting to the feminine energy, because if you notice, as I said before, we have the masculine, we have the doing energy, but the feminine side of all of us, whether we're male or female, has direct access to angelic frequencies. Okay, so it's really important to get a balance between the masculine and the feminine. Explore the feminine, the receptive energy this week. The divine feminine is going to be really important for you. And Temperance, we have that balance in here, the balancing of the cups. The cups, the water in the cups. Water is a really important element for you this week, because obviously the reading starts off with water, and from this you get the fire. We have a triangle of fire here. Here's, as you can see, we have this gold, almost pentacle here on the 3rd eye. We have the crown, the throat. All of them higher chakras are lit up here as well. And the crown in the background lighting up. So this is really you connecting, you're increasing your sensitivity. So this is what they want you to do. Okay, so I'm going to get because I'd like to get a bit of information about how you're supposed to do this. So it might be quite intuitive to you. I feel for a lot of you, you know, kind of know on some level how to do this. And by embodying that hermit energy, this will help you to really rely on your intuition. So it could be meditation, it could be, doesn't have to be, but anything that resonates with you in terms of how you connect to yourself, connect to your magic. I do believe some of you, it's like you're pulling something out of the past, maybe a previous life where you have been, had that kind of magician, sorcery kind of energy about you, the mystic kind of energy as well. So let's get a bit more information about the Four of Wands, please. Because to me, this is about how you do this in terms of connecting to the really, really high frequencies, the angelic frequencies. It could be your guardian angels, your archangels. They're there to give you advice, to support you. So clarity for the Four of Wands, please. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords. Now, interesting, we were talking about third eye expanding. And as you can see here with the Eight of Swords, her third, well, she has a bandage over her eyes. She can't see. So this is a really important time. It's almost like I feel that the mind is being shut off. Now, I don't normally say this for the Eight of Swords, because the Eight of Swords is usually feeling trapped within the confines of the mind. But I feel this is like telling me that they're saying put the mind on standby, or how you normally think, the logical thoughts, put it on standby. And what this will do, this will open up your other senses, your psychic senses as well. Give the mind a break, give the mind a rest. Okay, this is also alluding to the fact that maybe if you've been overthinking something, if you're working on something creative, if you're trying to connect to your psychic, abilities, strengthen them, sometimes overthinking it can act as a block and it can put you in this energy. But I believe a lot of you are kind of in this energy, but what they're saying is just take a step back, let the mind have a rest, and then you'll be able to connect, use your other psychic senses to connect. Remember, we have the moon here and we have magic. Magic goes beyond, believing in magic goes beyond the confines of what we believe is three-dimensionally possible with our minds as well. Oh wow, and on the bottom of the deck we have the Ten of Cups again, which is elevation to the really high frequencies, that frequency of love, all-encompassing love. So let's see, let's go back to this deck, I think. Okay, so any advice, please, Spirit, for people in group 3 who chose the lovely Peacock Ore. Crystal ball clarity, yes, being really, really clear. And again, the crystal ball I talked about, a lot of you in this group maybe have been fortune tellers, mystics, psychics, oracles, that kind of energy about you. You might have done this in previous lives, so they want you to connect to that really, really deep part of yourself that can pull this out. It's maybe part of your soul plan as well. They want you to pull it out this week. Stop the mind from overthinking and believing in that magic. I feel a lot of you, if you're able to, predict things, it's going to be really, really strong this week. If you follow this kind of advice, it's going to be really, really strong. Really, really on point, I would say. So one last card, please, for people in group 3. Word of advice, Spirit. Simplifying your life. I cherish the simple pleasures of life. I'm just drawn to all this dust, this clutter being cleared away. And this to me feels like the clutter of the mind. If you look in the smoke, these are everyday things. We have a clock, we have shoes, a hat, all the everyday things. That's fine. We need them, obviously. We need to ground things on earth. But now at the moment, it's time. A lot of clearing is needed. A lot of simplification is needed. And if you notice, behind the woman, we have a golden doorway, a golden light. Remember, we have the Queen of Wands here, and we have the Four of Wands. This is your key to connecting to what is beyond the door. Okay. Wow. Fantastic reading to finish group 3. Thank you very much for tuning in. And yeah, I hope you liked it, and all the best, and goodbye.